Hello and welcome to a new video. Today we're having a look at the Colt Sport mobility scooter. This is a used one we just have in for a service, and I thought I'd do a demo video of it. So like any other of the Colt Sport scooters, you've got a few features different compared to the likes of the Colt Deluxe, which is essentially the same looking machine but a lower speed. There again then you'd have the Colt 9, which goes 4 miles an hour, not 8 or not 6.25 like the Colt Deluxe would. So if you think of it this way, this is the higher end of the Colt range of scooters. Colt Sport goes up to 8 miles an hour or 4 miles an hour. You have a switch on them options. So you have your usual features that you would on any other road machine. The options with the mirrors there. You have a handbrake here, a physical brake. It's not just the electromagnetic brake that's actually built into the machine, which is here on all scooters. So on the dash of the Colt Sport, you have your speed, your horn, indicators, hazard lights, your switch between 8 and 4 miles an hour, and your on and off for your lights. And again, you have your other indicators and horn, easily accessible. This also utilizes a Delta control style tiller, okay, which means that, and I'll show you this now, if you were to sit down and drive it, you can use this to go, or if you had an issue with this hand, you could use this to go. Okay, so you can use it top and bottom on both sides. You normally have a mirror on this. I think this one was took off by the customer, but generally speaking, that's your controls on the Colt Sport mobility scooter. The great thing with this machine as well is it comes apart for the car actually, and you wouldn't think that with a machine that size, and I'll show you that in a minute. So another good thing with it is you have your seat here as well. It's a captain style seat, which means you can adjust it forward, back. Your armrest can fold up. You've got adjustability on the arms here as well. You can adjust the arms height wise here as well. There's a little grub screw in here. You can also do the width of it as well, and you have pins to back it up and also thumb screws. Okay, so kind of a double cover there. You have your pannier support here if you needed it, so that's where you can attach a little box on the back. And again, like any decent mobility scooter these days, you've got your anti-tips here, so that stops you if you're essentially going up a steep curb. Them wheels will prevent the whole thing from pulling a wheelie on you. And you can see your anchor points as well if you're in a wheelchair taxi or something like that where you need to be strapped down. On this as well, I think they're solid tires. They are. They're solid tires on these, so front and back solid tires, and they're decent ones as well at that. You can also adjust your tiller here. You can adjust that. The basket can come off as well. So under the dash here, you have your connector for the charger, and you also have fuses here for certain things that go on it. So I assume that's for the charging, your key, your lights back and front, and your indicators. So it's handy enough having them there. You also then have a circuit breaker here. So it's a thermal circuit breaker. If for any reason you're going up a steep hill or curb and that pops, it'll just push in. It's thermal controlled. Okay, and yeah, overall it's a very, very nice looking machine. It's substantial for what it needs. Like that can go anywhere, footpaths, roads, fairly all terrain as well within reason. It wouldn't be near the biggest one out there in the market, but it's definitely a good bit up the range on it. And yeah, I'll show you how it splits apart as well. So essentially what I do here is I lift up this lever, or push it forward and lift it up. Probably not as acceptable as that. So again, you lift off the seat by pushing that lever forward. That releases the mechanism. As long as you're in one of these, which straight or every so degrees around, you can pull that seat off no problem. So here's your cover for the batteries. We'll undo the strap for the batteries. Strap's out the way. You can disconnect both batteries as well then. Take one out. Take the other out. So if you want to split it apart for the car, see this lever here? Just lift it up. You ready? Blink and you'll miss it. Okay, so that's your motor part. It is big. It's a lot bigger than your small scooters who run out there. This is your chassis part. This comes off here. That's where your charger usually sit. And then you'd undo the tiller here. That'll allow you to put that down here. Tighten that back up again. So essentially what you can do then is, most medium-sized vehicles, maybe the larger types, you can put this in the boot, potentially these two batteries, potentially this. You know, all trunks and boots have a kind of a bit of a spot near the seats where you can pop stuff into. And if you don't have people in the back seats, you could probably lay this down on the back seat. This will actually fold up as well. So if I pull this here, watch yourself now when I do that. Essentially, that will fold up into one, and you can even take the armrest off if necessary. It is straightforward enough to split it apart for the car, and putting it back together, I'll try and do it one-handed. Slot it in there. Battery 1. Battery 2. Again, you can nearly see where they want to go here in these connectors. Make sure. There you go. And then what you do then is strap your batteries down. Now, before I actually do that, I just want to show you the batteries that are in this. Now, you can go a slight bit smaller if you want, with 30 amp range. So you see that's M45, that's a 45 amp battery. So that's a slight bit wider than your typical mobility scooter battery you see on the medium sized machines. So you can have this 45 amp, or you can have a lower 35 amp to this in one of these. And yeah, expect anywhere realistically from 5 to 10 miles on the full charge. Don't listen to what the manufacturer says. Always go off of worst case scenario conditions. So right next, I'm just gonna get this strap. Make sure this connector is back over here as well. There we go. It's now strapped in nicely. Okay, next is your case. Just see them little two clips here? They go in here. Okay. So we're gonna make sure, slap it in here. We're gonna make sure none of that strap is in the way. And there's slots down here as well. Same here. And they velcro to each other there then. Okay, that should look nice and neat like that. Next I'm going to put the basket on. See that? It's locked in now. And if you ever want to take it off, just push this, lift it off at the same time. Okay, so next I'm going to pop on the seat. Heavy seat that this is. I'm gonna do is just lean it on this for a minute, push this lever. There we go. Okay, so push this. Right. That's your scooter back together. All going well, you've done it correct. Turn it on. And away you go. Very, very nifty machine. Very, very nifty machine. I'm a fan of these machines. I think they're a good one. And they're worth putting their money in for repairs if it's not too old or not too rusty. This one's a bit worse for wear, to be fair. We've had this for a very long time. Unfortunately, that's our own fault, just with other stuff going on. So the customer's finally getting back after a very long time today. We've carried out a few repairs on it, and hopefully that'll be the end of the issues he was having. So yeah, I hope you liked the video. Like and subscribe. Any questions, put them in the comments. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Thank you. Bye.